Maybe in my head again that here is this chronicle anonymous in the scripture Oponentalis. He said so when the Hungarians came, the Hungarians came out from Scythia, which is a great province over the Meltian marshes, made war at the field of Sicambria. Sicambria pierces was beaten by Trojans in Gottfried of Wittenberg's Chronicle when Paris fled there, Scythia. But this is said in Hungary, Alba Regal in Hungary. So between these two places, castles, cities, whatever, in a field that they fought the ten kings. Came in my head, Hungarians were coming Europe. The most famous battle of them is this year. This year the same. This year there's Italians also, but here is Germans. And finally beaten, the most famous defeat. The other is this. Let's put like, so here are victories versus Germans. And here defeat from Henrik, Flaubert, Fowler means in English birdcatcher. It was similar to Floody, right? So the first defeat of Hungarians is here, the other is a famous Augsburg by Otto the Great. The dirty Hungarian is 5. And the C Hungarian is Tengere, but 10, The Hungarians came in Pannonia. They came in Pannonia, I don't know, there are more dates like this, or this, or this. So, and the Chronicle is written in 1370 said. Very interesting, the first Anjou king of Hungary starts. And guess who was before him? So Arpadian dynasty of Hungary ended in this year. And died Andrew III. And he followed by some minor kings from Wenceslaus for 4 years, and then Otto for how many years? 2 years, and after that came the big, Anjous, Angevins are called them Angelvins, After that came his son Louis the Great, so around this date when Charles became king, he was crowned 3 times, I guess. I don't know where they take the number, but I read that in all their books, 7, 10, and somewhere here also. So, around this date. But before him is also Otto in Hungary. For 2 years. Some Otto, I don't know, from Germany, Bavaria, So how the fly heck when the Arpadian dynasty of Hungary ended, 301, the Arpadian dynasty who was from conquering Hungarians, the pagans, how to say. But when the shit is changes to Anjous, between them there are 2 minor kings for 7 years. And one of them is Otto again. And then the Charles name in fact means in Hungarian király, like körülöletés, like Karole, right? Király Hungarian means king, král in Slavic, and král in Romania, So here a king is after Otto, so like he beat Otto because get to the throne or something, But Otto name I wanted to say, 5 i Hungarian is 5. So 5 plus 5, even Otto name is 2 days, right? Fucking 10, Exactly this chronicle was written, where was that? when the Hungarian dynasty of Arpadians, Arpad again, so Arpad, R is Frude, Apad is reflux, you know. Died out, the chronicle was written in that time, not in 1 but 7, where when a piece the Hungarians came in Pannonia from Scythia, so the pagans, you know, in this year somewhere, here. For the bitter 10 kings. And when this Arpadian Hungary, dynasty of Hungary ends, came the Anjous, between them is 2 minor kings for 7 years, and one of them is Otto, so again 10. So, and Charles name means king. So here up here says probably the Charles the Anjou, the Angevin, Angevin, also Hungarian conquest, you know. Who fought Otto? Probably has one struggle for power, I don't know. So let's see. He mostly I know fights with Hungarian barons. Probably those were the 10 kings. Fars and Buddha lost that one. So Otto, so Otto was exiled, so he was fought later from 10 or 8. He starts his wars versus Hungarian barons. So probably they are also 10 kings. So here is Otto, you know, also. It was before him. And Charles, like I said, had just king name. So the fabrica, the ones for the Hungarian pagans came there, for the 10 kings. Here came the Anjou, who has king name. The fights are not 10 kings, but the guy who named Otto, but the Hungarian is 5. Not Ot, but Ut, but whatever it's so. You know. Ut, Otto, whatever. Ottoman again, you know. So V plus V, Vikings. And this Otto is a German, right? So if Tengeri Hungarian means sea, and we suppose that is all these nomad comings, or even other things probably are intercontinental, so not some from Asia to Europe. So German is German, but Tengere Hungarian is sea. So now I can say that German in fact gonna be 10 German, aka seamen, or 10 some kings. Even the kralen, kralen, has the root word of curre letters, which is has also the German name, also like curre, say, you know. So I don't know, 10 kings also. But the 10 kings, and if we think about the Germanic Vikings, there are also 5 kings, but what if I double it? So like V plus V, so 10 kings, you know, plus Otto, once again, 8 plus 5 again, so they are also dead. So interesting, so the first big defeat of Hungarians is from Germans, who can be 10 Germans, so something 10. And the last and ultimate defeat is from Turks in Mohács, you know, 1526, with Ottoman. You know, it's a fabric anymore. But I say this, we just came in my mind again to put some anunnax date. You know? So here they are beaten by Otto. Raten worden. And even the sea name has a Hungarian Tenger. And there was a god in Hungarian is Isten. But the 10 in Hungarian is Tize. So this letter is the same, you know. So Isten in fact means 10 commandments, 10, I don't know. In English 10 and Tize, Hungarian 10, God is 10. Or also Hungarian Tony means disciple ice, something like that. Then I see Scythia against all these other things, not, you know. It's interesting. The difference here, I don't know. Let's put this. So the Trojan War, when and also the other, so now go to Jason's story. So you know the si peoples invade the Mediterranean area of the fall of Troy. Uses this data. It's Phoenix date and attack Athens, why Athens? So the sea people, but the sea Hungarian is 10 here. So the sea people attacked Athens or founded, you know, because you must put any kind of version. Plus trojan våre, Paris finns till Motis. Paris finns till Majotis, Azov, Swamp, Lake, Skythia, where they edificated the great city of Sicambria, which appears in that source also, but it said is Hungary. So the Hungary was there, and the source which says this says that they crossed Illyrian Sea, but Illyrian Sea must be the Adriatic, not the Black Sea. So now old Hungary is there or there, you know. And even the source says that in old Hungary is Scythia. Gottfried of Viterbo says this, so I'm not even. I could fall from the source also. They went through Illyrian City there. So the not cross at the Black City, north the Black Sea Scythia, but Illyrian, which is Adriatic. So now later Hungary appears as Sicambria also. But the source says this is old Hungary, so Scythia, which is logical. The source said Hungarians came from Scythia. But now old Hungary is Sicambria was here, you know, so whatever. So I just want to say sea peoples, right? So Tenger. Attack Athens. So they attacked Athens or they founded Athens. So let's go with this date. Trojan war earliest date is this. The latest is this. The big battle of Hungarians with Germans, probably you heard it. Let's battle. Did around here. And other of Augsburg. Legfeld. So here. Hungarians defeat the Germans. So if we go like again, like Hungarians coming nomads from east is history. So look, Anunnakis ended in Sumer. Let's see what I wrote here. And goes to that. The exact Hungarian coming is not gives look. West Tectonic as Hungarians coming goes to just close to Anunnakis number. But if I go with like this, when they have battle with Germans, even Aventinus says that the leader Kusar died in here in 1 or 4, then was the battle. So 3 years can move within 7 years, whatever. But if I go with like, you know, Hungarians beat the Germans, probably, like I said, can be few years here and there. Because sources say that leader Kusar, because they say the leader was Kusar or Armor. So that guy died here or in 4. So, but let's see, this Hungarians is weird. So Germans, but the German is suspect that it's Tenger names. But Tenger is C. You know. Plus or minus, how I take it. Plus oh yeah, Atlantis ended, sea peoples through the Mediterranean area, attack Athens, then again sea peoples, then Tenger peoples, then again, then something, Ishtan godly people, is then, you know. Okay, goes like this, which is interesting, goes to Jesus Phoenix Day, 40, you know. But if I take the earliest data for Trojan War, that is according to Wiki. Look, 2 years off gives the when Anunnakis ended in BC Sumer, you know. Here Hungary also 7 chieftains came, the 7 Anunnaki kings said Jason. So that's what I wanted. But if I go with taking God from number, like is the difference between Troy and this, yeah, the two great Phoenix class. Here at the camps in Hungary, another almost name. First almost is the leader. The other almost is the only one beside him in Hungary history. So the almost name can be, like I said, collapse, washes away, darkness, it was black face, sleepy, you know, all this dark. So if I go like this, the difference is when after Christ is some collapse. But otherwise we don't know collapse of Hungarian. But that's interesting, here is Koloman the king, before Koloman in Hungarian history were 7 kings, you know. The 7 kings Anunnaki is ended. And here Atlantis ends, probably the same time Anunnaki is ended, you know. This is crazy also. But with these days like Germans beat the Hungars, that will be the direct cool, you know, 10 Germans beat the and sea peoples. 200 years, let's say, difference again. I don't know. But probably they're putting here because you know here the Hungarians beat the Germans. The other Hungarian researcher observed that they're using the Julian calendar difference at 45 years, you know. So 45 years later, the Germans beat the Hungarians. So that's what they won. And even in some military history book, it was said that it is Augsburg battle, the first, and the Hungarians beat them. Same with this, because 3 years and, you know, here also they beat the Germans. 48 years, so I don't know, probably it's hard thing. I don't know where it enters this number. It goes with Guardian for the one. But look man, it goes with 5 years off. Goes with 4 years off, Anunnax disappeared. And yet, the end of Hungarian raids to at all, you know, so after 50-50, they're not going anymore to west, but until 60, I don't know how many, they still go to here until they go to southeast, so versus Byzantium here. In this year is said, finally they are beaten 69 or 60, 79 or 60 or some Sviatoslav. So in this year they are beaten. The Hungarian operations, let's say, ended in Europe, Hungarian flood, 10 years more. Alright, I don't know. Otherwise they put put on the time of Otto the Great. No, not the Holy Roman, Holy. Put in 60 or with already Charlemagne or here. Look. So if you go like this, you go with Ogagian flood, Anunnax disappeared 2 years. Here the Hungarian raids after 5 years already end, you know. If I take the Polish date, which I said is what I'm saying with some flood, and here they are beaten, well, let's say Stefan born of Hungary. Stefan, Darson name it, first king is born. Okay. One who says this, he was born. Angel celebrate Vienna, 3 years off. things are the same somehow. But this is clear, no? So Anunnaki number, they disappeared from Sumer. Hungarians bit first time in Germans in Europe. What the flying fuck is this? I don't know. So like so the sum of this gives with Trojan war date. Gives to today's Phoenix, which will be if you are 200 years, because the other date is 300. This, so not this for Trojan war. Goes to Jason, so Seven Kings of Anunnaki ended. Hungarians appeared in Europe, beat the Germans, but Germans can be tengernemen. But it was Hungarians also can be tengernemen, because Hungar, Uno, one. Only in Turkish means 10, you know. So 10, ger, one, but tenger in Hungarian see and 10 is 10, right? But the Hungar name then Hune, One, 10, gar. So in fact, they are sea people, how to say, you know. Turkish only is 10. Crazy. So all these things are the same, how to say. Anunnaki 700 is king ended. Gives the Hungarians a bit in Europe and the Atlantis ended. Gives the 7 kings of Anunnaki ended somewhere. Alright, that's it.